Okay, we're here again with Dom. This will be his fourth session. I'm going to saddle him up and see how I go getting ready to ride him today. Good, he's not having to jump away from that, but then he's not paying a lot of attention either. Let him have a sniff of this. Stand with my left leg next to his left leg. Get that swing. Swing that up and over there. And change sides. When I come around this side, I'm going to check that the girth, the middle of the girth sort of will come to the middle of his stomach. That way I shouldn't have to come back around here again to readjust the girth. Slide that back a little. Tip his nose around, step into this place. Make sure the rope's in a place where it'll run freely and won't get my leg if he runs forwards. You've been watching this progressing. Hopefully you really pay attention to the safety things that I say about how to stand, how to have this rope adjusted so I can take a hold of him anytime I need to. And I've still got two arms free here. The head's on the wrong side of his body now. I might just fix that. So I trust him a fair bit, but some of the others, they'd get the head that far around and then the hip would swing into you and they might buck or jump out of here. Yeah, I'm going to bring him back forwards again. Come on, you're all right. That's why I wouldn't tie a horse up at this stage to saddle. They might worry like that and suck back and then find themselves tied and then just really get scared. And then you build in a big pullback issue. Now that's not done up real tight, but he's got a good shape to him. So I'll just allow him to move his feet a little. You can go the other way, that's no problem either. Right. See if I can draw him back to me with it. There we go, give him a rub. That's what I wanted to look for me, for comfort more, rather than look to the outside all the time. Good boy. That's a lot of manure, a lot of worry. Then he'll have to see if he'll follow me if I walk away or whether he's going to do his own thing again. So he's walked, trot, cantered. I wouldn't say that he's totally with me, but this is better. There. Give that a rub, a scratch. There we go. I don't really want to chase him away anymore now. He's sort of following me. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to run him around again. Do need a few safety things working though. I need to be able to bend him and move his hindquarters. He's looking the wrong way, so I'm just going to encourage him with my right hand to put his head towards the halter. There. And always trying to have that little relaxed neck as I do things up if I can. You need to look over here. There. And then we'll just see if I can help him go forwards a little, put some energy where my leg would be. If I bump him with my leg to ask him to move, I'd like him to understand how to do that. It'd be great if it wasn't a reaction, if you could just step forwards. Good. Good. And I'm going to simulate me reaching down this rein and taking it towards my opposite shoulder to move his hind. The other thing I might test right now is if I guide him with this as my rein. You know, when these front feet leave the ground, it's the moment that I'm going to ask them to step in a different direction. So towards me with that left front there. And then away from me. Send him the other way around me. See if we can get the right front, right front, right front, there. So he's saying, when I'm not scared, I'll allow you to guide me. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with retreating and starting all over again. Like that too. And sometimes you might even check it. Have you got anything jingly that when you're on him, it might set off a different sound that he hasn't heard before? I'm going to pretend I'm on him here, just bend his head towards me and work on this lateral flexion. And rub that left eye and the ears. I pretend this is my leg and just see if I can just step his hind away. Just a little bit of energy. Doesn't seem to work there, so a little tapping energy. Good, and then let him sink. There you go, you're all right. I don't want to trigger off a reaction. I just want him to step on. Come there, that's better. Give that a rub. Drift with him. You know, I don't want him sucking back all the time and trying to have me in two eyes. So I'll drift back with him. Give that a, yeah. Might reach for him a few more times. You know, the rope's going to go over anyway, so you may as well get used to this movement. When he can reach for me, I might just rub him on the forehead, and when he stops doing that, believing that I'm going to eat him. There's a little softening, there's a little more softening, there. Give that a rub. Good. Step away from the fence again, give myself some room. I think it is. Get my stirrup, bounce a few times, get halfway up here and let him see me in this right eye. And stroke him down here. My left leg's bent like I was saying before, so that if he leaves, if you got your leg dead straight, he'll leave and he'll sort of leave you laying on your back. Get a bit of a bend in that leg, then I'll be able to step to the ground. Give that a scratch and a rub. I might move this there, give him a rub there. I might move the stirrup around, let him see this moving. Because when I reach for it, I might be a little clumsy and bump him on the elbow with it. Might just step down and just test. Move the hind, walk away, and see if that lets him think. Again, I don't want to be sneaky, so I'd like to be able to get halfway up and touch him everywhere. Might bend him, he's going to leave, then halfway up. Keep my left leg bent, touch him everywhere, reach for his flanks, reach back and scratch him on the rump because my leg might touch him there. Get halfway up, sort of touch him there, sit on, pick up that stirrup as quietly as I can, scratch him. I'm going to bend him a little and stroke him. Now I could sit on here until he licks and chews. I could go, well, let's say you wanted to spend a whole year getting him going. You could go, well, that was good. I could just step off him again, let him have a walk around, because I'd like him to lick and chew. There are chances sometimes you'll sit on there, and if you don't read them well, you go, oh, he's great, he's letting me sit there, and there's this sort of countdown's going. He's going 10, 9, 8, you better get off before I get to 0. He wasn't, but I have sat on some too long thinking everything's okay, and they're just sort of frozen. And they're scared, and if you step off and give them time to think, the next time you get on, they're a little better. He's pretty good. There. Start again, get him set up. He's getting used to this mounting, bouncing, jumping, leg coming over, reaching for the other side anyway, which is good. Stroking him. Just see if I can let him do that. And then start again. So all the weight's down on this left side now, so if I started pulling, maybe it would fall over. And that's what I want. So release. Yeah, move the head to the left. So get this going really well, like bend to the left, move the hips to the right, and then the other side before you really get going anywhere. That's it. And now release him to allow him to walk forwards. Work on this side again. Give that a rub and a scratch. I can see from here how much his lips stuck out in front. That's sort of an unaccepting thing, what he's doing there. It might mean that I need to take the pressure off for longer and just sit here for a while. Could be like a generation of, I'd call that mental heat. He's getting annoyed with me, so maybe just letting him move his feet right now is the best answer. Just go with him a little, stroke him. You probably want to practice on an older horse and just let him wander around one that you trust. So I'm ready to bend him or try and control him if he really needed my support. There we go. Give that a rub again there. So it's sort of passenger-ish, you know. I am sort of offering him somewhere to go here. My right leg got a little busy there just to, I don't mean I kicked him, I just put some energy into that leg. I'd like him to come towards you now, so I'm feeling of that. My left leg's just putting some energy into his ribs there, and he's coming around to the left. I'm just going to drop that. So I'm experimenting, like what have I got available and what can I start to add? I don't want to sit here doing nothing because he might just forget I'm here and just tune everything else in instead of me. Good. So his head's to the right. How, you know, I'm just going to hold that and maybe there. I was going to say maybe I might put some life into that left foot and there until he comes this way and then release him. Yeah, it's okay. Here my left leg's a little busy. There, he's come around. I could stop every time I get somewhere towards my goal. I can release. And go this way. Good. And now my left leg's a bit busy again. I'd like him to really step that hind now. I don't want backwards. I'm not going to reward you taking it off me. See, he's looking for an answer. He's going, is this what you want? Well, that's pretty good. But if you could move the hind feet out from underneath, that's it. Then I release. He's got too much weight on that left shoulder. Like I can feel all the weight's down on the left shoulder. So if I really pull on him, we could easily fall over here. So I might just let him walk off there. My right leg's going to be a bit busy now and see if I can encourage him to step the front across in the direction I'm pointing. There. And then let him think. And I think that's for him is a good place to leave him. I'm going to move around, let him know that I'm getting ready to get off. And I try to lose this left stirrup before my feet hit the ground. So I'm going to step halfway off, lose the stirrup. Just in case, you know, he started to run and I got my foot stuck in there. And give him a rub. So both horses are pretty well at a similar place. I think they're doing well.